grade 10s, welcome back to the channel. We hope that you've had a great week so far, and today we will be discussing equations with rational exponents, meaning that the exponents that you're working with will be in some sort of a fraction form. Okay, so without further ado, let's quickly jump into the first question, and then let's see how we can solve all of these equations for this topic. So the first equation will be x to the power of a third equals 4. So the first thing that you would want to do here is to multiply with the reciprocal, okay? Because you do not want to work with a fraction. In that case, you also need to remember that if there's nothing written with the base, there's always a 1 as an exponent, to ensure that you do not forget to do the same that we've done on the left. So look here. So we'll say x a third, and then when you multiply with the reciprocal, it's 3 over 1 equals 4 to the power of 1 times 3 over 1. Now over here, when you multiply, you'll get x to the power of 3 over 3, and then on the right you'll have 4 to the power of 3, or 4 cubed in that case. Okay. With that, if I solve the 3 over 3, I'll get that x is equal, or rather x to the power of 1, and that would be equal to 4 cubed. Only thing that we need to do now is to just solve for the 4 cubed, and that will give us 64. And that will be your final answer for this question over here. A quick and easy question to start off with. Okay. Let's look at our next question. So our next question will consist of factorization as well, okay, because we're going to give you a trinomial. So we'll have x to the power of a half minus 5x to the power of a quarter plus 6 equals 0. Now, first thing that you need to keep in mind is that this exponent you would like to have the same as the quarter over there, okay? The only way of doing this is by saying x a quarter, and then you square it, okay? Because obviously you need to split it into two brackets because it's a trinomial when you factorize. And the reason why we're saying a quarter is for this reason. So we're going to say x a quarter times x a quarter, because you're splitting them up into two different brackets. Then you'll therefore have x a quarter plus a quarter, and that will give you x to the power of 2 over 4, which is then simplified to x to the power of a half. Oh my goodness. X to the power of a half. So that is why we're using a quarter. So over here, the exponent is the indication of what you want in your two brackets for the x. Okay. So, moving on, we will say then x to the power of a quarter squared minus 5x to the power of a quarter plus 6 equals 0. Now you need to go and break it up. You need to go and break it up into your brackets. So, what we have then is the following. Two brackets. And if you know how to do trinomial factorization, you need to know that you look at the last sign. If the last sign is positive, then you revert back to the first one. And then both the brackets will have the first sign. So negative, negative. Okay? In our brackets, we'll have x to the power of a quarter there, x to the power of a quarter over here. And then what we'll do is, we now need to go and find the prime factors, or the factors of 6, in order to get the 5. Okay, so that will be 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. Now, the pair of factors that I choose need to give me negative 5. Okay, and that would be 2 and 3. So 2 and 3. Negative 2 minus 3 gives me negative 5. A negative and a negative is a positive. 2 times 3 gives me 6. Okay. Now, what we do now is we need to go and rewrite this as our answer. But with that, we need to go and solve it. Remember, at the end of the day, your x must not have an exponential value at all. And what it must also not have is an exponential value in a fraction form. So you need to then say, therefore, x a quarter minus 2 is equal to 0, or x a quarter minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we need to say x to the power of a quarter is equal to, you need to take this over, it becomes positive 2. We can just take the positive away and just put the 2. And then obviously on this side you'll have x to the power of a quarter is equal to positive 3. Now what we need to do is what we did in the first question, where we need to multiply by the reciprocal. Okay? So, you know there's a 1, you know there's a 1. Okay? Now we multiply by the reciprocal. But what you do on the left side, you obviously need to do on the right side as well, because it's an equation. So, this will sort itself out. It will become 4 over 4. And over here we'll have 2 to the power of 4. On this side we'll have x to the power of 4 over 4. And then over here we'll have 3 to the power of 4. Okay. Now, 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives me 16. And then 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 gives me 81. And there you've solved your equation through factorization. Okay? Remember, main thing, you never ever want to have something left with your x. You want x on its own because you're basically calculating for the unknown. Okay. Okay, let's jump into our next question quickly. Okay, our next question looks as follows. We will have in the bracket here 36 x squared, and then outside we'll have a half. Okay, there we go. Then at the bottom 3x to the power of negative 1. Negative 1. That's law number 6 for exponents. Okay? So the first thing that you want to do over here is you want to break this up into its prime factors. And that would give you 6 to the power of 2. Okay? And then you just rewrite everything else. We'll show you now what we're going to do with this. 3 minus 1. There we go. What we do now is we multiply. So you're basically applying law number 4. Raising a product to a power. Okay? So 2 times a half would be 1. So you'll just have 6 left at the top. 2 times a half is 1. So you'll just have x left. And then at the bottom you'll have 3x to the power of negative 1. Okay. With that, the x over here, that is negative, you need to take up to the numerator in order to make sure that this becomes positive. So what we'll have then is 6x times x, and then at the bottom you'll just have the 3 that's over there. Okay? Then I'm moving on to the right side where there's space. So what you'll have then is x times x, which is law number 1. Each of them have a 1 as an exponent, so 1 plus 1 gives me 2, and you put that over 3. If you have to go and simplify that, you'll then do 6 divided by 3, which will give me 2, and then obviously the x squared that comes with it. Okay, and there you've solved it all the way. You've simplified it all the way. Remember, this is an expression. The other one that we did was an equation. Okay, let's do one more expression, and then we'll call it a day for today's video. For the next expression, we will look at the following. We then have 125 m, there's a third, there we go, and we'll put that over 25 times, we'll have m negative a third. Oh, that can make things interesting, and then a 2 on the outside. Okay, this you have to break up into prime factors. That will become 5 cubed m, and then we're going to leave the third on the outside for now. Then the bottom, break that up to 5 squared times, and then we're going to solve this. So negative and a positive stays a negative. 1 times 2 is 2 over 3. There we go. Now we've solved that. Now we're going to solve the top quickly. over here, and then we'll take it further. So 3 times a third gives me 1, so you just write the 5. Then for m, there's always a 1 there. So 1 times 3 will give me a third. And then obviously at the bottom you've got 5 squared times the m, negative 2 over 3. Eh? This is law number 6. You need to take this up to the top. So what will happen now is you'll have 5 m a third times m 2 over 3 there. And then 5 squared at the bottom. Okay? 5 squared at the bottom. If you add these two together, you will get the following. I'm just going to move on here to the side. You'll get 5m to the power of 1. Because 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 divided by 3 gives me 1. At the bottom you'll have 5 squared left as is. Okay? And then what you'll do is, you will get rid of the 5's. Here's only 1 5, so we say 2 minus 1. Law number 2, because you're dividing. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 5 staying left over at the bottom, and then at the top you just have the m, and that is your final answer. Okay? Alright guys, that was a quick look into the equations and expressions with rational exponents. I do hope that this video assists you in your studies and so on for the rest of the year. Thank you once again for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. We really do appreciate it. Please remember to like, subscribe, as well as to hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all our content that we share on a weekly basis with you guys. Thank you once again. Until next time, have a good day.